Hi, everybody. My name is Erica Despain, and I run All Things Madison. I'm really excited to have each of you on board as my brand new teen contributors. I'm very excited about this program. I've told you before that I was actually a contributing writer for the Huntsville Times when I was in high school. I loved it because I was able to learn just a smidget about journalism. I was able to pick some of my article topics, and then my articles were published in the Huntsville Times, and it was really gratifying to see something that I wrote in print for other people to read and see and learn about. And I'm excited to give you that opportunity. As you know, All Things Madison is a brand new website, but it is growing quickly. Our community is very excited about it. They want to learn more about what is available for the people that live here, and I'm excited for each of you as teenagers to share your perspectives. What are the things that you care about? What are the things you want to read? This is your community too. A large chunk of Madison is made up of teenagers, of school-aged children. What are the things they can get into for middle school, for high school? What are the things you guys care about? I want to write for your demographic as well. And that's where you come in. So I'm going to be recording some of these videos for you guys to have on hand. I'm going to upload them to YouTube. That's probably where you're watching this now, so that you can have it on hand and learn from it, pull it up anytime you need. I'm going to keep this short and sweet, hopefully right at 5 minutes. I'm at 1:45, so let me keep going here. Okay, the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is, how do you pick your article? So that's going to be the first thing. What I would like you to do is consider the list that I asked you to start thinking about for the last couple of weeks. What are some things that you could see yourself enjoying writing about? So what I would like you to do is look at that list and consider 3 or 4 of those. Narrow it down. What are the top 3 or 4 that you think you would enjoy researching and writing about? Now, you have 3 or 4 article topics. What's the next thing you need to do? Step 2 is to consider the angle of what you want to write the story about. So, for example, I just published an article today about Champy's, the chicken restaurant in Madison. Well, there's a lot of things I could say about Champy's. I could share the history of Champy's. I could share why they came to Madison. I could share how they got a location at the Trash Panda Stadium. I could share about their dessert. There's all kinds of things about Champy's that I could write about. But it's really important when you're writing a journalistic style story that you stay focused and you share just little pieces of information, because think about it. Articles on All Things Madison, newspaper journalistic style articles, those are not novels. They're very short. Think about yourself as the reader. If you see something shared online, hey, an article about a cool new restaurant coming, an article about, what prom dresses are going to be the most popular this year or something like that. You want it to be short so that you can digest it quickly. You just want the information. So look at the articles that you would like to write. What angle would you like to take with that article? So the first thing I want you to do is list, maybe let's say 3 articles. First article, second article, third article. Then out beside that, let's make a little web, okay? What are the potential angles that you could write about with that story, okay? Try to think of 3 angles that you could write for that story. So say, for example, you want to write about hiking trails in Madison. What are 3 angles that you could take? The best sunsets you could say, like, which are the best hiking trails to view sunsets? Or you could say, here are the new restrictions about the hiking trails in Madison, or here are the best trails for biking in Madison. Try to narrow it down. So try to think of 3 potential angles per article. Guess what? You now have 9 articles, because you could technically write about all 3 of those angles, right? Okay. Now you have 9 potential article topics. Now, I want you to think about photos. What type of photo would be best for your article? After you and I do some emailing and we pick your article, what we're going to do is we're going to discuss photos. You always need at least one image per article. So sometimes that might be a stock photo. You know, I wrote my contributing writer, Aiden, who's a senior at Auburn, she wrote an article today about graduation. Well, graduation hasn't happened yet, so we didn't have a photo for that. So we used a free stock photo online from a website called unsplash.com. And that is where we got our photo that would show up and populate on Facebook, Instagram. So think about what the potential photos could be, and then I will help you pick that photo. You're not responsible necessarily for photographing your article. I just want you to write. Because being a writer and being a photographer are two very different things. So again, step 1, you are going to pick 3 articles you want to write. Step 2, you are going to pick 3 angles for each of those stories. So now you have 9 stories. And you're going to send those to me. So after you finish watching this, go ahead and make your web. Email me back saying that you completed this video. Send me your 3 article ideas and then the angles that you could take with each of them. Again, an angle is just an idea, something you could narrow down. So again, with Champies, I could have done a focus on the patio area, the dessert they serve, or why they chose Madison. Those are 3 different angles that I could have written about with Champies. Send me those, and then we're going to start emailing back and forth privately, picking your first article. So let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing your list soon.